Welcome back. Top seed Novak Djokovic continued his irresistible move through the US Open field with a straight sets victory over Russian Nikolay Davydenko on Saturday to reach the round of 16. The Serb world number one improved his sensational 2011 record to 60-2 with a 6-3, 6-4, 6-2 victory over the 30-year-old Davydenko. The Australian and Wimbledon champion got more of a workout than in his first two matches, trading ground strokes with the veteran Russian before ending the 2-hour 7-minute match with a sizzling forehand winner. Djokovic next meets 22nd seed Alexander Dolgopolov of Ukraine.
Look, you know, it's the first test I think I had this tournament, and it was expected. I was aware of his qualities. You know, Davydenko is a great player. You know, he's been around for many years. He knows how to play on this stadium. He knows how to play majors. He went out there and played his game, very aggressive. So I think I was a little bit too defensive at the start, and that's why I was missing a lot of balls from forehand side.
And Roger Federer took another step forward in his campaign for a sixth US Open title, but by defeating Marin Cilic of Croatia 6-3, 4-6, 6-4, 6-2 Saturday to advance to the fourth round of the year's final major. Cilic had his chances but could convert only 2 of 9 break points against the third-seeded Swiss. The Croat double faltered to give Federer a 5-4 lead in the third set and never recovered. He had just received a time violation by the umpire prior to his costly error. Federer is currently tied with Jimmy Connors and Pete Sampras for the most US Open titles since the sport turned professional in 1968.
I thought it was a tough match, like you said. I mean, coming in, I knew it was going to be tricky, and I'm happy that I was able to counter his pace and his good play. I mean, it was a tricky match, especially at 1-set-all, and in the third set, sort of in the beginning, I thought that was a key moment, you know, because he had momentum on his side. I was not returning and serving exactly the way I wanted, but I was able to turn it around and then finish strong in the set, and then in the fourth things were a bit easier, but tough match from start to finish, really, because also the first set could have gone differently. I know that.
Meanwhile, Wilfried Tsonga of France secured a straight sets victory over Spain's Fernando Verdasco, winning 6-3, 7-5, 6-4. And Argentine Juan Monaco will play Roger Federer in the round of 16 after coming from a set down to beat Tommy Haas of Germany 6-7, 6-3, 6-2, 6-3. Looking to the women now, world number one Caroline Wozniacki breezed into the fourth round of the US Open with a 6-2, 6-4 victory over unseeded Vanya King. Wozniacki faced frequent trouble on her serve and was broken 3 times by the American during the 1-hour 36-minute clash. Meanwhile, Serena Williams battered fourth-seeded Victoria Azarenka in the first set and then prevailed in a dramatic tiebreak to close out a 6-1, 7-6 win and move into the 16. The decider was tied at 5-5 when Azarenka netted a forehand to give Williams her 5th match point. And Francesca Schiavone of Italy came back from a set down and saved a match point to beat South Africa's Chanel Schiepers 5-7, 7-6, 6-3. Jamie Donaldson will take a slender one-shot lead in the European Masters final round, knowing he has to beat 2 of the world's best to clinch his maiden title. A third round 6 under 65 on Saturday hauled the 35-year-old Briton to 14 under par 199, a stroke better than Lee Westwood and 2 shots better than Rory McIlroy. Donaldson will play alongside world number 2 Westwood and US Open champion McIlroy as he bids to claim a victory after numerous chances since joining the tour 10 years ago. Westwood produced his best performance of the week by far, a run of 4 birdies to the turn, carrying him up the leaderboard with a 64. McIlroy looked as though he would be at least level with Donaldson, but bogeyed the 16th and 17th holes for a 67. Estonia's Rein Taaramäe took a solo victory in stage 14 of the Tour of Spain on Saturday, while Briton Bradley Wiggins retained the overall lead. Second behind Taaramäe on the mountainous 175-kilometre stage was Juan José Cobo of Spain, who was some 25 seconds back with his teammate and compatriot David de la Fuente in third. Wiggins, 5th in the stage, made a stubborn defence of his overall lead on the second of 3 high mountain stages. And Jamaican Usain Bolt said he was proud after he successfully defended his 200 metres title at the World Championships in South Korea on Saturday in 19.40 seconds to reconfirm his reputation as king of the sprinters. The 25-year-old double Olympic champion has not been at his peak this season, struggling to regain top form following a back injury that ended his 2010 season prematurely. However, the great showman was at his best on the penultimate day of competition and could still leave South Korea with 2 gold medals.
For me, it wasn't the best of season for me this season. I took my time, I went through. Hopefully next season I'll be fit and ready. Hopefully I have 2 more races, I'll get through those injury-free and I can start the season off on a positive note.
And finally in sports, pound for pound, King Manny Pacquiao and 3-division champ Juan Manuel Marquez kicked off a promotional tour for their fight in Manila on Saturday. The Filipino boxer congressman and his Mexican opponent are set to rumble in Las Vegas on November 12 for the world welterweight belt. The bout will be third between the 2 boxers, with their first ending in a draw and the second in a contentious split decision win for Pacquiao. Marquez said he is facing a stronger, faster Manny this time around, who can punch with both hands.
He changed because he working with the 2 hands. He used the right hand too, and I take care myself on the ring for 2 hands. He changed and his style. He's more speed. I need to take care of myself very well.
Pacquiao, for his part, says he wants to prove once and for all that he is the better boxer. The 2 will be facing off at a maximum contract weight of 144 pounds, which some analysts say would be difficult for Marquez, who usually matches up at 9 pounds lighter.
It's going to be a good fight because Marquez is, declaring that he won the fight, the last 2 fights, and of course I won't let that happen. And I have to train hard for this fight, and to give my best and to give a good show.
And finally this evening, the winners of the 2011 Index Design Awards were presented at a gala event in the Danish capital recently. Index Award, which is the world's largest monetary prize for design, focuses on design to improve life. The award is split into 5 categories: body, home, work, play and community, with the winner of each category receiving 100,000 euros. The nomination process has been open to all, and people have been able to nominate their favourite life-improving design. An international jury comprising of designers, design scholars and thinkers, business people and curators selected the group of finalists. Among the winners was a Swedish group taking the play category for their design of an invisible airbag for cyclists that is shaped as a collar and worn around the neck.
We made a survey. We went out on the streets asking people why they don't use bicycle helmets, even there's big risks. And they said they look ugly, they feel geeky, they destroy your hair.
Among the other winning designers was a free eyeglass program, a social housing program and a design to improve the life for people in large cities. And with that, let's take a look at the local and international weather forecast for tomorrow. Before we head out, here are the top stories again. Candidates for the FNC elections begin their campaign today. UAE non-oil foreign trade reaches 370 billion dirhams. And cleanup begins in Japan after tropical storm Talis kills at least 10. Well, that brings us to the end of the bulletin. As always, we love to hear your comments. You can contact us at news@city7tv.com or by calling us on 04 367 2230. But from the entire team, it's goodbye for now.